Get Warrior Tough, Mental Training 101 with Andrew Wittman on 105.5 The Roar. Back to Andrew Wittman.
All right, now we're back to Get Warrior Tough, the most monumental hour in media anywhere. I'm leadership and mental toughness coach Andrew Wittman, joined by Lee Harper. Lee, will you give us out those call and text in numbers one more time?
Yeah, the call-in line is 654-7627-654-ROAR, and the text line is 986-1566, 986-1566.
Holler, we want to hear from you. Okay, so listen, we've been talking about different levels of thinking, and now we're going to ramp it up to different levels of mindsets. Now, what we know about the 11 million bits of information per second, that's what we take in with our senses. Every second we are taking in 11 million bits of information per second, but to our conscious mind only grabs onto 126 bits of that information. So everything gets funneled down into this little tiny pipeline. And this is how you pick the 126, is what your mindset is. What they found in cognitive neuroscience is that what your mindset is, what you think, what you believe, what your opinion is, becomes a medically, electrochemically, biophysically, a self-fulfilling prophecy. This isn't just motivational speaker junk. Okay, this is what happens to your body medically, is that if you think today is going to be awful, your brain will go to work and find the exact 126 bits of information because you're a genius. Your brain knows you're a genius and proves that you're right. Today will be awful. And it will discard any information that does not back that up. Okay, so here's different. I broke this down to different levels of mindset so you get where you're tough. Now, the first level of mindset, so that's about 5% of people. It's like the defeated. They have a defeated mindset. They have lost the game before they even started and walked on the field. We're just, and we'll see this year in college football. They'll have the team that comes out that we think it's a throwaway game because they're playing the Division 1A team and they're playing the little, but this happened to App State and Michigan a couple years ago. Everyone thought App State was going to lose. They didn't have a defeated mindset. They didn't have it, which shocked Michigan. But the defeated mindset says, I've already lost before I've won. And in life, and in business, and in just here's their mantra. Life sucks, and then you die. Life sucks, and then you die. Now, if that's your mindset, what's your 11 million bits to 126 going to get you?
You're going to find all the reasons why it does.
Yeah, and it's just awful. All right, so then the next level up, I call it the survival-minded. The survival-minded, it's just enough. It's probably about 10% of the folks in this country. Now, it's bigger. These two percentages are way bigger outside of the U.S., way bigger. The defeated, there's an enormous amount of population, the world's population, that are defeated. Then the next level is just survival-minded. It's just enough. We got to have just enough. And they don't believe they could have any more than just enough to survive. So and in business, it's just enough not to get fired. It's paycheck to paycheck. I just have enough. And so their mindset is, I can't afford that. It's just enough. So everything is, we'll buy stuff off Craigslist. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but they don't think they could ever have anything new. It's just enough. I have just enough to survive, and I'm just, I'm going to all the yard sales. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but they don't believe they could do any better than that. So so your 11 million bits to the 126. What's going to happen is that you believe, and that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You will never be able to get out of survival mode. You only have just enough. The next level up, this is the masses, man. It's probably about 75% of our population in this country is they are average-minded. Just the average-minded person. Now, they play not to lose. And here's their mantra. I don't want to be rich. I just want to be
happy
and comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't want to be rich. I just want to be comfortable. And I just want to have, security. I want job security. That's it's very average-minded. They want to be comfortable. They live life between the 40-yard lines. I'm not going to score any goals, but then I don't want anybody to score any goals on me. We're very happy. There's no pressure between the 40s, is there? Because football's ramping up, man. Where is the thing that stuff can't go wrong, really? Is it between the 40-yard lines?
That's because there's no fear.
No,
there's no fear. You're comfortable because you're happy where you're at. You're satisfied where you're
satisfied. Oh, now you're talking right there. You're sad. And Thomas Edison said, "You show me a fully satisfied person, and I'll show you a failure in life." Because if you're just satisfied, if you're not growing, you're dying. And a satisfied person says, "I'm here. I'm camping out. I'm good to go." And now you're dying. And so this is what the average-minded person does, man. They give up growth for quote safety. They give up growth for their own comfort. And in psychology, people will avoid pain and loss before they'll ever approach pleasure and winning. And that's why I would say we play and not to lose. When I was in Panama, I was down in Panama, and that was, but when I was with Colonel Fulchetti and all that group. We were down in the Darien province, and there was they hunt monkeys down there, and they eat them. The natives, the Choco Indians. The way they hunt the monkeys, Lee, what they do is they hang a milk jug, like a milk bottle, and then from the handle, and they put a banana on the inside. And the monkey will come in, stick his hand inside the bottle, grab the banana. He will not let go of the banana for nothing. Now, they can walk up behind him and knock him on the head with a rock. And now we have monkey meat stew. And the whole time, they know this is going to happen. They will not let go of the banana because they're afraid to lose that easy food. So they're screaming, bah, 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 boom, and then, because they won't let go of it. So they're playing not to lose. I'm not going to lose this banana, and it costs them their life. And this is what the average-minded person does, but it's a slow boil. You know how we boil a frog, right? You ever heard of that?
Yes.
Put the frog in the cold water and just slowly bring the temperature up 1 degree at a time. They're comfortable. It feels good. And then what? You're boiled.
Yep.
This is most of the people in this country are very average-minded. And what do I always say? That people don't pay for what? Average. And this is why people lose their jobs during a market correction. Listen to what I'm saying. People lose their jobs because they're average performers. They did not grow. They're not solving problems. They're doing just enough not to get fired. They're doing just enough to hang in there. They're doing just enough to be comfortable. And so when you do that, the next market correction, there's going to be a whole lot of, see, I don't care about the unemployment numbers. The numbers I'm interested in, Lee, is how many people have a job that don't deserve one, that they're just taking a check from the company that they work for. I would love to see those numbers, the ones that are just showing up, doing just enough to not get fired.
Do you know how many people I've worked with like in my life that are like that?
Yeah, about 75% of them.
Yeah.
My numbers hold true.
Oh, my goodness.
Right, so that's the numbers. I would love to see those numbers. What are those? I say, so here we are. So this is this group, man, and this is the most and people, they've been getting paid for average in the good times. And this is what, I have friends that were in like middle management. They're the first ones to go, because when companies look and see what they've been doing, they're really not doing anything except pushing paper. They're like the middleman. They're pushing paper down and pushing it, and they're just pushing stuff back and forth. But they're not leading. They're not solving problems. They're maintaining the status quo. And so they were getting paid to be average, and then when the market correction comes, when everybody takes an assessment of what their performers are, you're out. And if you don't want to be out, don't be average-minded.
And if everybody had a thought process of if that were to happen, they would work a lot harder.
And because they will avoid pain. Have you ever watched bull riding?
I have.
I love bull riding. Okay, so the bull rider, he's on there for 8 seconds. Woo, right? If he gets 8 seconds, then they score the ride. They'll get that. That doesn't happen very often. But so they get bucked, and then the bull tramples over the guy, and he's laying there on the ground. He's like, Then Toro comes back around again for a second pass. The dude instantly gets healed, runs across the arena, and then collapses into the gurney. Now, he did not get up and run for help until he had fear of more pain. That overrode his current pain. And this is what people do. This is the average-minded person will not get up off the ground until Toro comes around for the second pass. They'll lay there in pain hoping for help to come. It ain't coming. They won't get up and help themselves until there's fear of even more pain. And this is what the average-minded does. All right, well, the next level up of that, I call it the tyrant. This is I'm looking out for number one. Every man for themselves. I'll mow you down if you get in my way. Now, they're high performers, and I'm just at the risk of being hammered by him right now because he's on the national stage. Trump is a tyrant-minded individual. He even wrote it in his book. If you hurt me, I will come after you viciously and hurt you. Now, he has great performance. Hey, you know what? Yes, he has. He's a billionaire. He's done very well. But what happens is at the end of that, you got nobody that's.
I wouldn't want to work for him.
No, and I've dealt with him personally on a couple of occasions, and I've seen what he does for his employees. Now, he pays them a paycheck, but he will rip them. And what he did and what he does now, that's his whole shtick. If you come after me, I'm going to come after you. It's vengeance-minded, and so that mindset, I'm looking out for number one. You will have a performance, but at the end of your life, you'll be standing there by yourself. It's like that farmer that got that one weed that was bugging him in his field, and he's standing there with a gasoline can, and the field is smoldering in ashes and says, I got that weed. But he burnt the entire crop to get that one weed. Okay? So we don't want to hang out there. So the top level, this is where we should all aspire to be, what I call the elite warrior. This is the one that is a class act. Not only do we play to win, but we operate out of a mindset of love and abundance, not fear and scarcity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go after and I'm going to love you. If you come after me and you try to hurt me, I ain't trying to hurt you back. I know you need my help because if you're trying to hurt somebody, I know you have an issue with your self-esteem, that you don't believe you're a genius, that you don't believe you're awesome. Because people that reach out to hurt other people are hurting on the inside first. Encouragement and positive reinforcement. Right, I'm going to love you. I'm just going to love you. See, the number one fear of all human beings is rejection. Psychology, we practice empirically, the number one fear is not failure. That's number two. Number one is rejection. It's not even death. Rejection. Because what they found out with cognitive neuroscience is that you feel rejection as physical pain. So when you were in high school and that first crush, man, she broke your heart or he broke your heart, it hurt. It actually did hurt. That's how your brain registered it, that it hurt. Okay, so when I see that, the number one need would then be acceptance. And see, most of us, what's that country song, Been Looking for Love in All the Wrong Places? Right. Most of us haven't accepted ourselves, so what we're doing is looking for acceptance. And when we feel rejection from somebody, we buck up and now I'm going to try and hurt you back. If you did hurt me, I know you need my help, that you haven't accepted yourself yet. Once you accept yourself internal, that's why I talk about ground zero leadership, CEO of you, an internal identity. I know who I am. I have accepted myself. I don't look for acceptance from an external source anymore. And now I don't get offended. I don't get insulted. I don't internalize hurtful words, and I don't get hurt or bummed out. And then when I look at it, I'm like, hey, that's somebody who needs my help. If you're trying to insult me, I smile and be like, you know what, you need my help. That's somebody who has a low self-esteem. So this is what the elite warrior does. The world, they have a championship mindset. Is I'm not trying to smoke somebody because they hurt me. And here's their mantra. I'm the problem, and I'm the solution. If I have a problem, I'm the problem. But the good news is I'm also the solution. No, I can't take credit for that. You know where I got that, Lee? No. The movie Bridesmaids. Chick flick. I haven't seen it yet. Well, when you see it and you hear that line, okay, that you're your own problem and you're the solution. So I get a lot of my stuff from movies, man. That's a mental toughness movie. Oh, and you want to see these mindsets and these different levels of thinking in action? Go watch Bridesmaids. You'll see it play out, these different mindsets in action, and see how they become a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's a great instructional movie. Now, look, we'll talk more about this when we get back off a break, all right? Awesome.
A company that has happy employees will be more effective. A company that has employees that know how to deal with obstacles and problems will make more money. A company that gives their employees the tools to make those things happen is the company that turns to Andrew Wittman. Andrew has been teaching leadership, performance discipline, emotional intelligence, critical thinking, and mental toughness for almost 30 years. He's a veteran with combat experience in the Marines and experience as a police officer, federal agent, and security contractor for the State Department. His keynote speeches, half-day and full-day seminars are engaging, effective, and energizing. Your employees will leave feeling empowered. They'll learn how to foster better communication, build strong working relationships, develop crisis and conflict management skills, and more. Visit GetWarriorTough.com to read testimonials from people just like you. GetWarriorTough.com.